Welcome, Internet Nomad, and this is my own game tale of Life is Strange Before the Storm. This is the first Life is Strange game made by Deck 9. I had little interest in playing this game. It came with the remastered version of Life is Strange 1 on Switch. After loving that game, I decided to play it. While I could tell this game is going to be different, it helped me fall in love with the series. It became apparent that this is Deck 9's first attempt at making a Life is Strange game. They made many PlayStation games under the name of Vital Minds. I prefer the Don't Nod games over Deck 9's take on the series. The first episode is titled Awake. The first major choice was to either run or fight. I decided to run. I like this choice being the first major choice because it plays off the fight or flight response, while the first game played on the butterfly effect as the first major scene in the game. I decided next to be kind to Joyce. This is where playing the first game really helped me understand these characters and influence my choices in the end. I defended Nathan, even though he kills Chloe in the first game. I figure he's just truly misled in the first game. Knowing the future shouldn't change the past. I decided to defend him, which just makes his break tragic in the first game. The main story in this game is that Rachel's dad is secretly meeting an unknown woman. Rachel ditches school with Chloe in order to find out more about this woman. I told Rachel we are just friends. I wanted to say more than friends, but I feared she wouldn't react harshly. This is the decision where I missed the time travel of the first game. I would totally change my answer. With the iconic picture from the first game of the two characters lying on the train tracks, this game has you riding the train with Rachel. Here I shared my earbuds and listened to music with Rachel. The next episode, The Brave New World, Episode 2. I took the blame for Rachel. I figured Rachel had more interest in school. I didn't want to hurt my new friend. I didn't talk about the backtalk gimmick. Here's the perfect opportunity to explain it. Every argument has a minigame. The talkback mechanic allows Chloe to answer back. You have a limited amount of correct answers. It is almost similar to Kate's dialogue options in the first game. You have to have the right comeback to what others say. I found it easy no matter if they give you very little wiggle room in the later chapters. I only lost one late in the game. I emptied my pockets at David's request. After playing the first game, I decided to keep a good relationship with David. I didn't go deep in the story in the first video, mainly a rookie mistake on my part. David actually saves Max in the dark room. That earned my respect for the character. I stayed with Mikey. This choice is when a drug dealer is looking for a football player for his money. I could have gave him the money, but I decided to stay with Mikey and make sure he's alright. I asked Rachel for a kiss. Now this is where I talk about the romance in this game. I find it very underdeveloped. With a shorter game than the first one, I liked Max and Chloe more than Rachel. I actually hated the comics' alternate timeline of events for this very reason. Without spoiling the comics, I will focus on this game. Rachel and Chloe only know each other for a few days. I feel Max's background with Chloe is stronger than Rachel's. I love the play scene. I actually just winged the performance without reading the lines. I also liked how this scene sets up Victoria as a mean girl. The last episode, Hell is Empty. I didn't tell Rachel the truth. I figured explaining how her father tried to get rid of her mom was too much for her, especially on top of the fact that she'll end up in the dark room. It was almost as messed up with the dark room scene. I hate how the sober woman had to relive her worst time. I didn't manage to convince her to meet Rachel. The dark room really disturbed me playing the first one. Deck 9 gets an equally graphic setup. I wish this game was longer, I really do. Now here's my main complaint of this game, and it's a problem I have with the two Deck 9 games in the series. The final choice isn't impactful. Since I didn't mention it in the first video, I'll cover Life is Strange 1 ending now. Stop watching to avoid spoilers. Life is Strange ends with a twist on the trolley problem. Basically, you have to choose between saving your friend Chloe or the entire town. Don't Nod Entertainment built this whole game around the idea of saving people with time travel. At the end, you are put in the toughest decision in the entire series. I chose to save the bay instead of Chloe. and I relink that often. I'm currently playing a second playthrough where I save Chloe. This is how you make a great final choice. True Colors and Before the Storm end with these long, drawn out conversations about the final choice. Rachel's real mother begs you not to tell Rachel the truth about her father. I feel this makes the final decision less impactful. I didn't think of the ramifications with a long, drawn out discussion on whether to save Chloe or the Bay. It really sucks that Deck 9 misses both times trying to make the final decision. The last thing I will discuss is the farewell episode. I thought it was cute. It shows Max and Chloe playing pirates as kids. The whole episode is about Max revealing she's leaving the Bay, and it ends with William's death. I love seeing the mementos in the room. It truly established a long relationship between these two girls. I never knew the timing of Max leaving right after William passed on. Was this even necessary? The prequel game that Don't Nod refused to make. I feel Square pushed this game into production because of how popular Chloe and Max were. I feel Rachel should have been mysterious and never fully revealed. We as players knew how much she meant to Chloe. That should have been the end of it. I think a Max and Chloe game as kids could have been nice. I think the farewell episode just scratched the surface. I know it probably wouldn't work out. I just think Rachel being revealed like this kind of takes away from the first game. After the credits, Rachel's phone rings, and it slowly shows she is in the dark room. This sent chills, but I feel that this was a shallow attempt to play off the first game. I feel it wasn't needed, and it makes it harder to recommend the prequel before the main game. I am a firm believer that the Life is Strange games should be experienced release date order over chronologically. Well, those are my thoughts about the game. I hope to replay this one down the road. I don't feel the need to replay unlike the rest of the series. I'm going to focus on beating 2 again next.